Are you kidding me? The guy asked for something spooky.
Is it a gun that sucks balls?
I'm the farting demon in this relationship.
I'd be an awesome rich person.
You're both just an embarrassment.
God, I'm awesome.
We're talking Tom Hanks and his vehicle.
Yeah, I had my finger in my mouth waiting for you to finish.
You gotta get 4 balls or something?
Like dick piercings?
No, you know damn well I'm fucking that demon.
Still sexy. How could that be close and not be
Yeah,
right?
just kill some random dude.
His wishes.
Hey everyone, and welcome to Plotty Time, the podcast where we three gamers discuss video game stories in detail, all the necessary and appropriate backlash. On one side of the table, we have Chump Slap.
But I never tied people up and forced them to watch, and I could have, because I'm a big guy and I'm good with knots.
On the other side of the table is Dr. Syintist.
I treat fat people like they were thin, talk simple for the dumbos. I'm so humble.
My name is Poppascotch, and as I always say, this isn't a friend of ours that makes custom voodoo dolls. This is a deranged stalker. Welcome to Plotty Time. So this week we're doing something a little bit different. We are going to be talking about what we did over our month-long break. But we have no idea when this episode is going to air. So this could be August for all we know that you guys are listening to this.
Yeah,
Let's hope.
enjoy the weather.
Yeah, instead of this fucking cold bullshit.
When was the last time we recorded? December 20?
It was Christmas
Something?
Day, I think.
Something like that.
Oh, that's right. We did record on Christmas Day. So we recorded on Christmas Day. Now it is January 30th. So we're going to talk about a bunch of stuff we played, we watched, we did over the break. I want to start by talking about, we're going to throw a little bit of news in here too as well.
Well, let me just say that this is a year past when C-Lab 2021 started.
Oh, is it?
Oh, wow.
Yeah, C-Lab 2021 was 2021.
Stupid.
I don't follow.
I'll explain to you later, off air.
Okay.
Text
Okay.
you.
So do you think there's a C-Lab right now we just don't know about?
Yes, there has to be.
Obviously.
Just like there's
Yeah,
some
I
place
thought
that has
so, too.
floating skateboards.
Wasn't it originally C-Lab 2020?
I think so.
And that they just made the mockery of it?
Yeah.
I remember hearing an interview with the guy who did that, the same guy who did Archer. And he's like, was it the same guy that did Archer?
Sure.
Couldn't tell you.
No.
We're not doing a crevice anymore. We'll never know.
Yeah, you're right. I mean, this is if we still have a society. It was the same guy who did Archer, I'm pretty sure. And I remember him saying, like, the original run of that show that they parodied, and, well, not parodied, but they stole the clips from and just dubbed over.
Yeah.
They said that was originally, like, 15 episodes or whatever, and they made, like, 80 or something like that.
Yeah. Yeah, they
just
really
kept
used it.
hacking it up. But
Good
yeah,
work.
so C-Lab, go check it out.
Good stuff.
The other thing I want to talk about is, did you guys see the news that Microsoft bought Activision?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't really care, I don't
No,
think.
it's more games I don't play.
Like they're not going to release Call of Duty on PlayStation?
Of course they will. It's money.
Well, since the news came out, they guaranteed, Activision and Microsoft, they came out and said that the next 3 Call of Duties will be cross-platform. For sure, the next 3.
Okay.
Past that, no one's really sure.
What are they going to do anything about the toxic culture at Activision? Probably not. It's Microsoft.
You're right. They did do something. There was a bunch of people at, I believe it was Raven Software, one of the Activision-owned companies
Yeah.
that makes Call of Duty. They do other stuff, but one of those companies, they were very fed up. They were not thrilled about what was happening, and they tried to unionize.
Mm-hmm.
So now that Microsoft bought them, they split up all those people that wanted to form the union, so they don't really talk to each other anymore.
Yeah, that sounds like what Microsoft does.
It's a pretty cool guy move
Yeah.
over there.
Yeah, what the hell? They
Good
can
old
do what they want,
capitalism at
man.
work.
What, you think you're not in America? Commie?
Exactly.
I'm in a union. I'm a socialist.
Yeah, you would be.
Yeah, it's getting pretty ugly, I guess, because they Activision would not recognize their QA union. So now it's getting yeah.
It all really doesn't matter. I mean, I did see that even when and if they actually acquire Activision, they'll be only the third largest game manufacturer in the United States, or game distributor.
Didn't Facebook buy Tencent or something like
Yeah,
that?
because
just happened?
Tencent would be number 1, and I think Sony was number 2. I don't really know for sure what it was.
Gives a shit who bought what and with what money.
Yeah, I don't have enough time to play the games anyway.
Yeah, it's a good point. But speaking of games that we played, I played a couple games over the break.
Oh yeah, you want to start?
Mhm. Tell us about it.
I played Chell. Surprisingly.
And that is
2022, Chell?
Yeah.
Deuce
NHL
Deuce?
2022.
Deuce-
Actually,
yeah.
no, I went back
The
and
Deuce
played
not
98
Deuce
for
Deuce?
PlayStation 1.
Oh really?
It was pretty sick.
Did you do that in your trophy hunting days?
Yeah, some of those are fun to fire up again to look at the rosters
Yeah.
and see like someone who was trashed their entire NHL career, but they had like one good year before, so they were ranked like 93. It's fun. I guess you guys don't think that's fun. So I'll
I
just move
don't
on.
know.
I've never done it. I don't know how fun it actually is.
I don't know what
It's not that I doubt you.
is.
It's fun. Anyway, the big news I have is I collected 31 platinums in the month of January.
That is.
You have a problem.
Were you just mad because you lost the last year trophy hunt thing by so much that you were embarrassed?
No. I didn't know what the numbers were. Do you have the numbers in front of you?
Yes,
of
I
what
do. I have it in a
turned
note
out
on
to
my
be?
phone. I can find it by the time I'm done talking.
Okay. You find that.
All right.
I will talk.
I got it.
Okay. Say it. What do you got?
What do you got? Come on.
Well,
spit it out.
2020, I won 885 to 848.
Oh, we're not talking about 2020.
This is the give comparison numbers. So I beat you by like 40. Last year, I had 606 to your 406.
Wow. I only had 406 last
That's
year.
what it
My
said.
wrap up, which we'll go over later, but man, my wrap up, I think it had like 8 games or 10 games or something like that. It was not many.
Yeah, I think you got my wrap up.
I think you got more trophies than that already this year.
I think so. Well, in those 31 platinums, I think I did already get more than that.
Yeah.
But a lot of the games like platinums have like 11, like I'm looking at them now, it's like 11 gold, 0 silver, 0 bronze. Got a lot of gold trophies, I'll tell you that.
Yeah, I saw some of the games you did, and all I had to do was Google easiest platinums, and there was a list of the games you played.
Yeah, pretty crazy, right?
Yeah, 2-minute platinums.
I mean, it basically wasn't even my decision.
Why did you pay for them? Besides just for the trophies.
Combined? How much did I pay? I don't know.
Some of those
probably-
games are $10.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, what's a $10 game?
Just for a platinum?
30. Well, I would say the majority of them were between $1 and $2. There was a couple, maybe 8 that were like $5. That was usually the ceiling, but maybe like 3 or 4 that were $8. Nothing was over 10, I don't think.
Hey,
But
man.
you know, these are games I'm going to remember forever. Like the 112th seed.
I bet.
It was kind of fun because I played a bunch of games I never would have played in a million years.
Yeah, you also didn't play them. You just rushed through them and got the trophy platinum.
You don't know that.
Most of them, yeah.
I do know that.
Most of them.
Some of them could have been fun, and maybe you played them again.
Did you see his Poppascotch has started playing this? Poppascotch has started. They were like 3 minutes apart between the platinum and when he started the next game.
No.
Yeah. But I mean, like, I'm just looking at the time to platinum in some of these. Some of them are a little bit longer, Dr. Scientist. This one took me 48 minutes.
Yeah. That's nothing to sneeze at, dude.
Pity Pit took me 30 minutes.
I guess I'm going to have
There
to
was some...
go and get these games to keep a rivalry going.
Yeah, I want to see what you think about Sakura Succubus.
That looked actually kind of decent.
It was like a one of those dating sim games.
It's a visual novel type thing, yeah.
And there were some there that were really frustrating. And they're like, you could platinum it in 10 seconds. 2.5 hours later.
Catch the bowling balls.
Yeah, the bowling ball one was frustrating. There's actually a couple that I started and gave up on. And I might come back to, but I don't know.
I don't even know you guys.
There was what was the one that was really good? Oh, Gun Crazy was a lot of fun.
Was that just like a twin stick shooter?
It's like a 2D platformer,
Oh.
like a Metroid style, that kind of game. No, it wasn't Metroid style. What am I talking about? It was kind of like classic 2D side scroller.
Yeah.
You have a gun, you jump around,
Contra.
shit happens. It's fun. It was fun.
Mm.
I still have to get one. There's like you have to get through level 2 and get a certain high score, and I was like, I think it's like 10,000 or whatever, and I was 9,800. Like I was so close, like 6 times. And I'm like, fuck this. I'll come back to it later. And then I really wanted to get those 31 platinums for January before we recorded, so I just rushed through a different one. Maybe by the time you're hearing this, I might have hit that 200 mark because I'm at 194.
Oh, yeah, definitely hit it.
You're only at 194?
194 plats.
Huh.
Yep. No, 195 because the one I just didn't.
I thought you had much more than I did.
Platinums? No. I mean those long running games, they just really screwed me. Really screwed me, dog. Like the Division 2 and what was the other one I played? Like Call of Duty, they got me. I don't even. Well, God, the hours I put into that game,
Yeah.
which we will talk about.
Oh, we're going to bring it up.
But other than that, I didn't play too terribly much. Just kind of chilled, enjoyed playing it. What games did you guys play? What did you get into?
Well, I'll go through it next. I finished up Superliminal.
Oh, nice.
Was it Chump Slap's Game of the Year?
Something like that.
Yeah, it wasn't that bad. I kind of liked it. I don't think I'm going to go back and find anything because I tried to go back to like the second level and find like the chess piece and all the other stuff.
Yeah.
And I couldn't find them without a guide. And I was like, fuck this. I ain't gonna chump slap this game.
Coward.
No,
I can't. I don't get high and just walk around a game finding stuff for 4 hours. I can't do it.
Hey, don't tell everyone that you don't know how to game.
I also played Eldest Souls.
Is that any good?
It is, but I am not going to finish it. It's just a series of boss fights, kind of like tough top-down-ish boss fights.
That doesn't sound fun.
I beat the first guy after like 3 tries. Like, all right, that's not bad. Got to the second boss, and I got the trophy for dying against the boss 20 times in a row.
Nice.
And then I beat him, and I was like, all right. But you don't actually like get much more powerful between the bosses. So then you go to the next guy, and he slaughtered me like 15 times. I'm like, fuck this. I don't got time for this. Then I also played... Did you play Life is Strange, Poppascotch?
I don't think I ever did.
Oh, well, I played Before the Storm, the prequel to it. It's pretty good. It's not as good as the Life is Strange was, but
I hear nothing but good things about Life is Strange. I think I actually own it because it was a free game at one point.
I believe it was.
Yeah.
It is a very good game.
It's a walking sim.
Sort of, yeah. I'll throw it in there.
Figures.
It's a little bit more than that, but
You got to run sometimes.
yeah.
Then to be a running sim, dude.
But like in Life is Strange, the main character has an ability to rewind time. So he
Oh.
can like find things out and then go back and talk to people and
So it's
stuff.
like Prince of Persia.
Sort of. That's sort of, yeah.
Exactly like that.
But in this one, it's the story of some of the characters from the first one, just before that game. And they don't have any special powers. It's just kind of like a story.
Nice.
But it was all right. If you played the first one, it's kind of interesting to see how it sets up.
Cool.
That's pretty cool.
And go ahead.
I just want to say I forgot that in that bullshit list of 31 platinums I went through, there was one legit one I did get, and it's a game I do want to talk about.
Right.
I got the platinum for Deathloop.
Oh,
Oh, really?
Yeah,
that good?
I really enjoyed it.
I want to play it, but I don't want to pay for it.
Yeah, exactly.
Now I get that. I really enjoyed it. I thought it was really cool how they did it. It took me a minute or two to understand what the hell was going on, but once you get the mechanics, the platinum run isn't that hard.
Oh, okay.
But if you just want to play through it, I mean, I think it's worth $20 for sure.
Is it? I thought it was 39 or 49.
Yeah, it's still
I'm
full
just
price.
basing a value on what I think the game is worth. If you're just gonna,
I mean, if it was on
I mean,
sale for a price, I'd definitely get it.
I mean,
but-
it's really cool. Like you have 4 different areas,
Mhm.
and then you have 4 sections of the day. So you got morning, afternoon, evening, night.
Yeah.
And it's basically it's Groundhog the game. You just play through a whole day. You have 4 instances of the day. You can visit each area once. You can do stuff twice in a row. But like each time the day progresses, the areas change and get different.
then it's not like Groundhog Day.
No, well, it's Groundhog Day as in you keep reliving the same day. So the point of the game is there are these visionaries who are people who like created the world that loops over and over. And you have to basically run the perfect day that puts them in a position so they're together or with each other that you can kill them all in the same day. And if you kill them all in the same day, that's the end of the game.
Oh.
The way the game unravels is, like you go to the morning to this one location, there's a safe that's closed, and then you find the key to it later in the day, and then you have to restart the day, and then you can go to that safe and you have that info to open it, stuff like that.
Right,
So it's like it's very puzzly as well.
Okay. Sounds fun. How long did it take?
Just to beat the game, I would say maybe 10 to 15 hours.
All right. That's not bad.
Yeah.
And the guns were pretty cool, but once you get like a loadout you like, there's no reason to like get any more guns or save them.
Yeah.
Because every day your guns reset. So the only way you can keep them when you wake up the next day is if you infuse them with like what's essentially XP that you get, and then they'll be in your inventory forever. And once you infuse the stuff you want to use and you use every time, then there's not much replay value.
Yeah, I got you.
But it gets my seal of approval. It was a lot better than I thought it would be. It was pretty interesting and innovative the way they did it. Was it perfect? No. And maybe someday we'll do the story on this.
Okay.
But I was pleasantly surprised. I recommend it if it's maybe $25 if you're really bored. Certainly worth 20.
Cool.
All right.
Cool.
And the last game I'll talk about is a game called Creeks that I played.
The creaks.
Yeah.
Like the
EAKS.
like the squeaks, the creaks, and
Okay.
bleeps.
Yeah, something like that. It's just a puzzle game with like a guy who's in his house and he finds like this big house underneath his house and he starts climbing through it.
That sounds cool.
There's all kinds of puzzles in it. Like, there's monsters that attack you, but if you get them in the light, they turn into like normal, like the dogs turn into chairs, and you can step on the chair to reach things you couldn't before.
Classic dog chair.
Yep.
I like that mechanic.
Is it like a fantasy type game?
Like
an Otherworlds
It's just a
type?
puzzly. Yeah, it's not really. There's bird people in it, but I wouldn't call it fantasy.
Bird people, eh?
Yeah.
Yeah, it sounds surreal to me, not fantasy.
Yeah.
Okay.
You
Fair enough.
saw it. Yeah.
Well, then is fantasy like wizards and shit? Like what is
Yeah.
fantasy?
Fantasy is like. Didn't you ever see Party Down?
No.
I did, but it's been a while. I haven't.
Yeah, dragons
I haven't really
and, like,
watched that much hard
Dragons,
sci-fi since then.
wizards,
Yeah.
spells.
I would call Game of Thrones fantasy,
Yeah, well, obviously.
but like that or Lord of the Rings.
It's got to be medieval time.
Yeah.
To be
This is more
fantasy.
like steampunk.
Well,
so it's
have
like Wild
you?
Wild West.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, those classic film.
Got it.
Yeah, you nailed it. That's all you had to say. I don't know why we danced around that.
Yeah.
But yeah. Speaking of, I did finish all of Game of Thrones.
Ooh. What do you think?
Gets a.
I got through the third season. That's all I did. Like halfway
I
through the
mean,
fourth.
shit actually starts happening, which is nice.
Mm.
But you could tell through the last the last two seasons, they just rushed it to get
They
it
had
done.
to just close it out anyway. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, the novels were written, I guess, I didn't read them, in a way that had a lot of different stories going on, and there's moments where characters, met other characters, interweaved in their life, played a part, then left. It's like this big, sprawling, epic type thing. And then the last two seasons were just, all right, well, everyone kind of wants to see these two characters together, so let's figure out a reason.
Yeah, that sounds stupid.
And, like, the other big thing I guess people were complaining about, which is valid, is that in the beginning episodes, I mean, everyone's traveling by, like, horse. Like, it
Yeah.
takes fucking forever to get somewhere.
They get motorcycles.
Yeah, the whole
at the
it's
end.
ridiculous
they get
the distances
motorcycles.
they travel.
Harley was a sponsor for season 8, so
It's like
everyone's on a hog.
two motorcycles with a little house in
No,
it.
they'll be like, "Hey, they've been here for 3 months. And they finally got here, and then the next will be at the other place."
Oh yeah, I heard that.
Yeah, like it just doesn't. It's supposed to be this big, huge world, and they're like, "All right, we got to go to Winterfell to find these guys," and then the next scene they're there. It's like, wait a minute.
Yeah, when it used to be like a whole 2 episodes for them to get there.
That bothered me through the whole
Exactly.
series when I watched it, but then I thought I'm just being too Poppascotch about this.
I mean, it has to take some serious nerdage to figure out, like, based on. I'm sure, like, at one point the character said, "I made the 3-week trip from Winterfell" or whatever, and some nerd used that as a system of time of how long it would take to get between places.
yeah.
That's when you know you're in the wrong and you just shouldn't care.
Shouldn't you?
I mean, I just didn't think it wrapped up very well. I mean, it was fine. I still don't understand how it was, like, pop culture phenomena popular.
I don't understand how any show is.
It's true. It depends on the. It's all about the advertising, guys. I don't know if you knew that.
Yeah.
They had McDonald's Happy Meals with fucking Game of Thrones shit in them.
There you go.
No.
There's no way I would actually know. That's what I'm asking. What did
I
you
mean, if
play?
we did know,
Chump Slap. Since we keep interrupting you.
Oh, don't worry about it. I didn't play shit.
All right, let's keep talking about shit we watched.
Played Minecraft again because there's a big update called Caves and Cliffs, which makes the whole world
Caves and cliffs.
bigger, like taller and lower. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's pretty sick. New blocks and shit. But that's about it.
I mean, what new thing can they put in Minecraft that'll make you play for?
Well, they're putting a new boss in that's in like a cave somewhere.
Like the actual story.
Yeah. But other than that, I don't know. I played some Castlevania Harmony of Despair.
Oh, that's so
That's the
good.
only other thing.
Do you still need help trying to get through death?
No.
Oh.
I got him. And now I could do it in 3 minutes.
Once you get past them once, you can do it.
Yeah. Well, once you get a decent fucking weapon.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's all I played, man.
Hmm.
You guys want to hear about some shit I watched? Or
I don't understand what Minecraft is anymore. Because I always thought it was like building shit, and then I'd see on the internet pictures of really fantastic and complex shit that people built. And now you're telling me there are bosses?
Yeah. I mean, it's a game,
you play it to kill the dragon, and then the credits roll,
and then you can just dick around.
and then you can just, it's pretty sweet.
Think of it like
Okay.
Skyrim, but with blocks.
Yeah, and you have to know what to do. I mean, there's no, it doesn't tell you. so.
I've watched speedruns of it. It's pretty interesting.
Yeah, I watched a guy was just like trying to make a baked potato the fastest he could. It's pretty good.
I bet the hardest part is finding the potato.
It is.
Man, you guys are like, you might as well be speaking like Russian. I have no idea what you're talking about, but I like it.
Baked potato.
Well, yeah, I got that part. I know what a baked potato is.
Yeah. Yeah, but okay. Well, see, this is what you got to do.
Yeah, let's get into it.
I'm sure you need wood, right?
You don't need it.
Oh.
Well, yeah, I guess you do to make a sword or something. But you make a portal to the netherworld.
Easy.
Sure.
You find a nether fortress. Mm-hmm. Kill a bunch of blazes.
If I had a nickel.
Get blaze rods. And then kill a bunch of endermen, obviously. And then you get ender pearls. You crush up a blaze rod, get blaze powder, mix it with an ender pearl. You get an ender eye. And if you just throw them out in the world, they go in a direction. If you follow that direction, you could find the ender portal, which you have to fill with ender eyes. And you go into that portal, and it brings you to the end world, which has a dragon flying around. And you kill the dragon.
Until you just said that right now, I thought you were telling me how to get a potato in that world. And I'm like, this is a lot. This is a lot to get a goddamn potato.
At first, I thought that's what he was doing. I'm like, no, it can't be. You can't get ender eyes. And
Yeah, that's what I was like. No, that can't be right.
To find a potato, you need to find a village, and they're growing them. So you just steal one, and you plant it, make more.
Yeah.
But
shit like
is
that.
it like a random thing where villages are random and you don't know you don't have like a specific place you can go to just get a guaranteed potato?
Yeah, you just have to find a village. Or they're in chests sometimes, like in abandoned mine shafts or something.
Just rando potatoes? Okay.
Yeah, it's pretty wacky, man. There's
It
a lot of shit
sounds
in it.
Wild. Tell us what you watched, please, because I'm just lost.
All right, well, I watched Hellraiser.
Ooh, you know what? My favorite part of that movie. You're talking about the original.
I'm talking about
Was there a remake?
Hellraiser. No, there's a remake coming out this year.
Ah, okay. I knew there was talk of one. I didn't know if it happened.
I watched all 10 Hellraisers.
You did not watch all fucking 10
All
Hellraisers.
10 Hellraisers. One a day for 10 days straight.
That's disgusting.
My platinums look like shit now compared to that.
Yeah, who's going to watch
You probably
more?
spent more time watching those movies than you did playing the games.
Yeah.
I bet it's close.
No, it's probably it's an hour and a half each, so only like.
I mean, I know. It probably took him less than 15 hours to get those.
That's.
But yeah, I don't know why.
I think I've seen like 7 or 8 of them, and that was so long ago.
Yeah, I mean 1 is fine. 2's 3's like okay. Then 4, 5, 6. You're like, what are you doing here? Then 7. Oh,
Which was the one that was like a fucking detective movie
the
where you follow around the detective? It was like 5 or 6, maybe.
I don't know. The last one, it's 3 detectives working on like a serial killer case.
I think they did that in a different Hellraiser already.
Well, there's 10 of
I'm
them.
pretty sure.
I don't know, but
There'll be 11 soon.
Pinhead's played by a different actor in the last 2, and he sucks. Looks terrible. Makeup's totally bad, and his voice just does not work.
That sounds like editing problems.
It's bad.
That's a bummer.
Plus, they barely even play a part in a lot of these movies. It's just like a movie about stupid shit, and then, oh yeah, by the way, someone opened the box. Here he is.
No, you're absolutely right.
Yeah.
From what I remember, at least. I should get back into this. The one I remember vividly was the first one.
Mm-hmm.
And I remember there was one scene where, what was the guy's name? Frank, who was the dead guy? The brother?
I think so. I don't remember.
There's a part where the woman is being intimate with her husband, and the skeleton or body of Frank comes out of the wall and just like slices a rat. like he's peeling an apple and then disappears back into the darkness. I'm like, what the fuck was that? Like, hey, check this out. All right, later. That was my favorite part of those movies.
And then the second one
And Chatterbox.
where she gets like that mute girl goes into the fucking hell world, and there's the big Leviathan in the middle.
Fuck if I know. You're not.
It doesn't make sense because in the beginning, Pinhead is like, all right, I'll trade you your soul for this guy who tried to escape. But at the end, he's like, we don't do fucking deals. We're gonna kill everybody.
Oh yeah, they're not. Those are not great.
No.
But it makes me
believe you
really
watched
happy
all
you watched
10.
10 of them.
Well, after the first 2, I was fucking pot committed. I was like, I'm going to find all of them.
All in.
Yeah. There's still
Which was your favorite?
fun to watch.
Has to be one.
Yeah, one's probably the best. But
That doesn't make it your favorite.
I think 4? The one with the reporter woman, and she's just doing a story on, I don't know, there's this whole like underground scene that she goes to England and fucking gets mixed up in, and it's just weird.
I think it's weirder that they had 2 of them in the same fucking year. Hellraiser Deader and Hellraiser Hellworld were both released in 2005.
Yeah, it must have been like 2 groups
Different,
of people
yeah.
working on them and just being like, Hellworld
Yeah, fuck
was
it, whatever.
stupid as hell. He wasn't even involved.
In which one?
Hellworld. It's like
World. Oh,
it turns out it's a dad getting revenge on because his daughter
Spoiler
died.
alert.
Yeah, for fucking
17-year-old movie.
I'm pretty sure I've seen Hellworld.
That's
they're in the
Cool
real
World you're
world. They're in
thinking
a successful MMORPG.
Yeah, they're just playing a game, and then they get invited to this house party,
I may have seen that.
and then they get
Yeah,
they
right?
get buried
It's
alive
really ringing a bell.
at
But,
the end.
I mean, there's probably a dozen movies with that exact same plot.
Yeah, and the only thing that happens is like it could have been a post-credit scene because the dad just opens the box and dies at Pinhead's hands at the end. It's like, what the fuck?
Oh, this is the Hellraiser universe.
And how does everybody know how to do the fucking little thumb around the circle? It's like
They've
Yeah,
all
that's
seen
a great
Hellraiser
question
1.
too.
everybody knows it.
They've all seen Hellraiser 1. Yeah, I don't. Some of these are rough.
You know what? You know what else I watched? I watched the 3 greatest Christmas movies of all time.
Oh yeah,
Ooh, what do you got?
Scrooged,
Yeah, obviously.
yeah.
Krampus,
Okay.
Yeah, that's pretty great, yeah.
and Santa Jaws.
Santa Jaws?
That one's not terrible.
Did you see it?
Yeah, where the kid draws.
Yeah, he makes a comic of Santa Jaws and he wishes for his family to get killed or whatever, and Santa Jaws comes to life and he can only be harmed by Christmas stuff.
Oh yeah, I've seen it.
It's like a shark with Christmas lights on it.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
I highly recommend
The
it.
wife and I, every year, the last 2 years, we're making a tradition, is the day after Thanksgiving, we do as little as possible and watch spooky Christmas movies, and that one has never come up anywhere.
Santa Jaws?
It's
No,
pretty
is it new?
It's pretty new.
I don't think it's this year, but it's newer.
Did you ever see the one? It's a French movie where this like homeless dude dresses up like Santa Claus and breaks into this rich kid's house, and it's kind of like
I've heard
Home
of
Alone.
it. I
came
can't
out
remember
like
what it's called, though.
a year or two before Home Alone. It's called like Deadly Games or something like
Yeah.
that.
Silent Night, Deadly Night?
No.
What is it? A Santa breaks into a rich kid's home?
Yeah, and it's like fucking Home Alone, but it's bloody and shit.
Yeah.
He uses like real weapons and stuff.
There's something from 1989 called Deadly Games.
That's it. Yeah, that's got to be it.
On Christmas Eve, a resourceful young boy has to defend himself and his grandfather from a killer dressed as Santa Claus.
Yep. Oh yeah, and his
fucking
grandfather's like ancient, and he's like, "Stay here in this hidden room and shit." It's a wild movie.
I think I've seen that one too, but maybe I've only seen part of it. I don't think it was good enough to finish.
You have to see how it ends. I mean, does he kill the Santa Claus or not?
Yeah, what was that? Well, I watched Christmas Evil, which was, I think I did talk about it. It was also very strange.
Yeah.
I don't think I've seen that one.
It was a guy who works at a toy store and he's
Oh
like
yes, yes.
obsessed with Christmas.
Yeah.
Like way too much. Yeah.
I did see
Check it out.
that.
It's pretty good. Like 40 minutes longer than it should have been, but it's still pretty good.
Yeah, of course.
Did you watch the South Park post-COVID special part 2, Poppascotch?
Yeah. Yeah, I certainly did.
What were your thoughts on Butters? Because he made me laugh.
I'm
course
sure
he
he did. I watched it. I'm like, oh, I get it now. This is why Dr. Science is like, you gotta see it. It was pretty fucking hilarious what they did with Butters.
Yeah, he's just selling NFTs.
That was pretty good. I like it.
Yeah, for those of you that didn't see it, not that this is much of a spoiler, but Butters, it takes place like when they're 45-ish, 50-ish.
Yeah.
In the future, the South Park kids, and Butters has basically devolved into a salesman, and his game right now is NFTs.
And he's in an insane asylum, and they break him out.
All because he
Yeah,
got
because he, like-
locked in his room as a kid.
Yeah,
And
for
his
COVID, and his parents died, and he was
parents
stuck there he was grounded forever, but he had it.
That's great stuff.
I like the look too. The way he's just like a sleazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's like, no, you just don't understand. And then he explains it, and by the time the situation's over and we come back, the people are like hypnotized by how good NFTs, and that's all he can talk about is NFTs.
And they lost all their money.
Yeah, it's fantastic. Speaking of NFTs, did you see that Ubisoft came out with a bunch of NFTs they're trying to sell, and basically no one gave a shit?
Yeah.
Yeah, because not everybody's that stupid.
And then people are like, you guys just don't get it.
Yeah, that's pretty fantastic. I don't get it. I understand conceptually why they exist.
So yeah,
And
it's
I
like
think
launder money.
Basically, like Bitcoin.
Yeah, I obviously, but I understand at least the idea of behind it. Like, I like the idea that you can sort of like copyright or verify art that's created digitally, and I think that's really great.
But that's what copyright's for.
Yeah, that's another good point. Doesn't matter how it was.
I mean,
created.
NFTs aren't really copyright. A copyright is a copyright.
Yeah, and if you can just right-click and copy and have the digital image, what does it matter if you have the original one?
It doesn't.
It doesn't.
It's a strange.
They don't own the
thing.
picture.
They don't. It's so weird.
Yeah, I can't believe it caught on. But
That's Trump's America.
here we are,
Right?
always
Here we
talking
are.
about it.
Fucking NFTs. Speaking of, there was one movie I did watch over the break that both of you inspired me to watch, and that was End of Days. And
Nice.
you guys were both correct. It fucking rules, and it still rules. I forgot how much I remembered about that movie.
Yeah.
So did I. When I watched it again, I was like, oh, I remember all of this now.
And I like when Kevin Pollak was there and he like betrayed Arnold Schwarzenegger. Spoiler, I guess, for a movie that came out in 1997. But he's possessed and he tries to like get Arnold Schwarzenegger in, and the guy's like, "How could you do this?" He's like, "He would be amazing. It's amazing what you would agree to when you're on fire." So I'm like, yeah, I guess we can't really hold that against them, right?
So good.
What a great movie. Guns can like bullets can kill Satan.
Yeah,
Yeah,
oh,
of course.
always.
Of course. What
Which
world
everybody
would
does.
that? That's
This isn't the Matrix. I mean,
Yeah. Speaking of, I did watch the new Matrix.
oh yeah, me too.
Nice.
I did not.
Really?
Was it worth my time? Is
It's-
it worth my time? Because I heard it was
didn't.
bad.
I didn't
It's
like
not
it.
bad. If the other Matrices didn't exist, it'd be okay.
It tries to be self-aware,
Yeah.
and
But we usually applaud that kind of thing.
I know, but I just didn't. There's no point in ever making it.
Was there a point in making the other ones?
Yeah, the first one blew my mind.
I don't know. I didn't mind
What
it.
did you guys think of 2 or 3? I mean, I loved 1, like everybody did at the time.
I don't even remember 2 and 3.
Yeah, I know I've seen them, but I don't
Yeah.
fucking remember anything about them.
Because I saw 2 like 3 or 4 times in my life, but I remember you remember the highway chase scene where they're jumping over the cars.
Yeah.
I remember that from it. I remember that time and space don't matter, and I remember a scene where Keanu Reeves can fly, and he opens up the door, and he's like in the Andes, and he has to fly to like back them up.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And the twins, those 2
The
albino twins.
The dreadlockers.
Yeah, that's all I remember from 2. I don't remember what the point was, and then I remember the third one being all about Jesus.
This is like
That's it.
set like 20 years after the third. No, it's even more than that. 50 years after the third one?
I think they say 60 actually.
That might be 60, yeah.
Yeah.
But how is Keanu? You know what?
They
Don't-
explain
I
it
don't
all
care.
in the movie.
Yeah, something about.
Don't
I don't remember.
I mean, if you're
Yeah.
going to watch it. I mean, it's a fairly new movie.
It's worth watching, I guess. It's fucking long though.
Yeah, it is. All movies are all long now.
It's like 240 though.
It's like any summer blockbuster has to be 2 hours and 20 minutes or
Yeah.
longer.
yeah, exactly.
Also, speaking of long movies that go nowhere, I saw the new Dune, too.
Yeah, what'd you think?
Nah.
I never saw the first one.
It's okay. It's just,
Well, fair enough.
Yeah.
Okay.
I wasn't a huge fan of Dune originally, and this one doesn't make me want to watch it more. So,
Well,
Yeah, I mean, I know I never got into Dune. I don't know what the whole story is about. I just remember there was a movie in the 80s that everybody loved or hated.
yeah, something about spice.
yeah, it's, I mean, you just live without the new one if you really care about Dune.
Yeah, did you guys watch the new Sonys?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, those are good.
I love when they go to fucking Ireland.
Oh yeah, we meet Charlie's dad.
Yeah, Cole Meany. I can't remember what his name is in the show.
I just remember
Kelly?
like first
Kelly?
Shelly Kelly,
Shelly Kelly.
Kelly. Yeah.
and he thinks it's like a child his age,
Yeah,
which is
because it was a pen
pretty
pal
funny.
of him.
Yeah.
And it's like those are just scribbles, a secret language you learned. He's like, no, you idiot, that's Gaelic.
Yeah, because he can read that perfectly fine.
Yeah, he's like, how are you able to read that? It's like, this is the language that we talked in. He's like, what?
And Dennis gets COVID.
It's so good.
Oh, yeah. And fucking Dee with her trying to make it as an actress, and she completely blows this little chance she had.
Yeah. Well, it wasn't her fault.
No, they kept knocking her out and moving her places.
I love.
And did I see it right that Dennis killed somebody?
Did he?
I don't remember that.
Or he at least tortured the guy?
No, that was in his delusional dream.
Yeah,
I
his
think.
COVID dreams.
Oh, okay.
I love when Frank tries to make Shelly eat the meatball in his soup.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
That's so... It just reminded me of American Wedding or something when Stifler has to do the same thing.
It's just the look on his face.
When he's like, no, go ahead
And
and,
then
have
he
some.
spits it out. Like, is that meatball poop? Did you give him poop?
Yeah, and then Dennis is just in the background. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, he's behind the painting.
And he's like, I think someone else is in this room. When it's way obvious he's been there. It was a pretty good season. I didn't like the fact that the flashback episode where Sweet Dee was really nice until she got hit in the head.
Yeah, that was silly.
I mean, there were other better parts to that one. Like, they were drug dealers long. Like,
And he just has the handle of a gun.
Yeah.
I mean, that was great, but I also didn't care for the monkey one that much.
The what?
The monkey one.
The monkey episode where the monkey's the bartender, giving them just straight whiskey in their
Yeah. I do like that when he takes a sip and he's like, this is really good.
He's like, this is the best goddamn beer I've ever had. And I guess he was just dumping whiskey into it.
Yeah.
Yeah. It doesn't make sense. But
I don't understand how people who are such seasoned drinkers would have no idea that was a concoction. Like, you
yeah.
can't hide whiskey taste.
No. Plus, why didn't they watch him once?
I know
He poured so many drinks there.
Yeah, he poured them so many drinks. And I thought it was really funny, though, when every time the monkey served them a drink, he's like, thank you, monkey.
Yeah,
They're
yeah.
very polite to the monkey. Shit they would never say to D. That was pretty fantastic.
That
It
was.
a nice little nod. But yeah, I also started watching. Have you guys ever seen the show Crazy Ex-Girlfriend?
No, can't say that out.
Is that the... Well, I think in the movie with Uma Thurman.
No. You might be thinking about the movie.
Okay.
But the show it's like, did you ever see Man Seeking Woman with, what's his name?
With that guy from This Is the End?
Yes.
Yeah. I don't
But it's one of those shows where it's like more about the feeling of everything. So it's like ethereal. It's not exactly real. Like in Man Seeking Woman, there was a scene where he got a text from a woman who he got her phone number and he was really excited about answering it and he didn't know what to say. And he started by asking his friend and he's like, send Eric Andre. And he's like, send a dick pic. And then he talks to like his sister's like, no, do not send a dick pic. Just say something like nice and cat. And then like all of a sudden people on the street are asking it, like giving him advice. And all of a sudden he's in like a World War II, like war room with like generals and shit advising on what he should send in the text. Like it's that kind of.
Yeah, I gotcha.
Imagine that exact thing, but the lead is a woman and the crazy emotional things she processes are through musicals.
Nah,
So it's kind of a mix of that and like South Park.
Oh, I was thinking of My Super Ex-Girlfriend, where Uma Thurman's like a superhero.
Yeah. Bad
That is
movie.
different, yes. Different thing. I also watched, finished and caught up with Cobra Kai because that's important.
Yeah, what'd you think? I heard it was pretty lame.
It's pretty amazing. It's amazing. It's great.
I
As
don't
long as
think
you
I can
go
get
in with the
into it.
attitude, like this is going to be a little silly and just go with it, it's a fun time.
Oh, okay.
I highly
Yeah.
recommend it.
Did either of you watch the new Ghostbusters yet? Too?
Yes, I did watch the new Ghostbusters
So
too.
did I. It was all right.
I liked it. They
Yeah.
could have at least used old Harold Ramis's voice to say something.
Well, they got
Yeah.
Tupac Shakur is
Yeah, the whole
spoiler alert.
Yeah, I thought it was good and I liked it.
The only problem I had with it was that they were going against a ghost from the first one. Spoiler alert.
Yeah.
They
Why did it
could
have
have
to
had
be?
a new ghost.
Yeah.
Although I do like how they married that crazy structure from the first one, and like this is where they mined the materials to build that
Yeah.
crazy thing in New York City.
Yeah,
But then
yeah.
why would you build it in New York City? Why wouldn't you just build the wild building in this town?
Yeah.
Because it was a rich dude.
But and they could have done the exact same story just with something else and not referenced.
I like that it was Gozer, though. I mean, it's just make up somebody else, but why?
And the keymaster and the gatekeeper.
Yeah.
That's the problem I had, like, because you knew who was going to be the Keymaster and the Gatekeeper.
Yeah.
Yeah,
you knew
true.
it because they're the only other characters we met. And I thought the ending was, I think the whole thing went a little too hard towards nostalgia. Like,
Yeah.
the same way that the newest Star Wars trilogy started.
I guess.
Sure.
It was like too much fan service.
Yeah, they really did not need any little Stay Puft Marshmallow Man.
No, that was completely
No, they
unnecessary.
did not. I mean, but overall, I like the scene where they're flying through the town and the fucking ejector seat comes out and they start blasting
Yeah.
on the side of the. Like, that was fun. I'm on board for that.
Yeah, that was pretty neat.
There's some good stuff in there. I have the same attitude that I had after I saw, what was it, The Last Jedi or whatever the episode 7 was. It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
It really does not matter. But which I have the same feeling, which is, okay, I get the nostalgia. I understand you want to like keep the old fans happy. You want to bring in new fans. Like, how about for the second one we do something different? If they do, I might really like it a lot more.
Yeah, like they just had to reboot, so they had to do the old shit. Now,
Exactly. Like you kind of have to, you know.
yeah,
And I'm interested to see where the next one goes. But then I heard a rumor that they're bringing Vigo back for the second one.
oh, that would annoy me.
Yeah.
I'm like, I just let Vigo be awesome in Ghostbusters 2. Let's just let that be.
Yeah.
You know.
Why would you need to bring him back? They destroyed him pretty like flat out.
Yeah, and they should bring back the painting of the Ghostbusters
They should.
that it turned into at the end.
That
yeah,
would be sweet.
have that somewhere. Like that. See, that's the kind of nod I want. I want that in the background somewhere.
Yeah, exactly.
Like I don't need to see them fight Vigo again. We've already seen them fight Vigo. And if they fight Vigo, then Vigo's gonna make another minion like he did with fucking what's his name?
Vigo. I can't even do the voice.
Yeah, what the hell is his
It's
name?
Vigo.
Schmies-
That guy. Janusz.
Janusz.
Yeah.
Janusz. You're welcome. Yeah, and then it's gonna be like, well, who's gonna be this episode's Janusz?
Yeah,
you know?
you're
And
right.
Then, ugh,
Yeah, because they killed Vigo.
Yeah.
they killed him good.
Yeah, they just sent Gozer back to her dimension.
Yeah, they sent her back, and it was like, but it was also in the air because you didn't know if Gozer was really sent back. She could have been dead, or they could have been dead. I don't know how Gozer self-identifies.
Yeah, and why didn't Gozer give them the opportunity to
Have
create
picked something.
another weapon?
Yeah.
Yeah, another enemy.
Right? You'd think Gozer would be like, okay, these guys weren't playing. I underestimated them the first time.
Yeah.
It has now been 30 years. They're
Yeah.
probably better at fighting me. Let's come correct. Let's not give them an opportunity. And then that's exactly what Gozer did.
Yeah, it was silly.
The ego, man.
Yeah,
The ego.
I guess.
Also, I think we should bring up there's one other movie, video game related movie I saw. Have you guys, either of you, watched the new Resident Evil that came out? The new live action one?
No, I wanted to.
Is it a
I haven't seen
reboot like Resident Evil 1?
Yes.
It doesn't have Mia Jovovich in it, right?
No, it's none of those universe.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. No, I didn't see it.
It was an attempt to start their own thing, but their own series of movies based more on the games.
Yeah. Was it any good?
No. I mean, it's worth watching if you really like the Resident Evil movies and the games, sure, but it was just another thing where it was like way too much fan service to the games.
Yeah.
Like, if you played Resident Evil 1 and 2, then you don't need to watch this movie because that's exactly what happens.
Yeah.
It was kind of a bummer. I liked the aesthetic of it. I really liked how it looked. It was really cool seeing it like on the big screen, but overall it was just not that great.
That's fair.
Do you want to
I don't know.
cut to our PlayStation roundups?
Yeah, I'm done talking about whatever I watch. 'cause-
Yeah.
Oh, I just wanted to, one other thing. Did
All
you
right.
guys watch, what last thing, and then we'll do wrap-ups.
Yeah,
Did
yeah.
you guys watch Don't Look Up?
Yeah.
Don't look up. The hell's that?
The one with Jennifer Lawrence and Leonardo DiCaprio, the Netflix one everyone's talking
And
about?
them asteroids hitting Earth, and
No.
it's kind of funny, but then also real.
It's too real, right?
Yeah.
It's sad.
Is it like Seeking a Friend for the End of the World?
No, they find this asteroid that's aiming straight for Earth, but then half the people don't believe it, and they're like, their slogan is "Don't look up," because then the asteroid's not there if you don't look up.
That's true.
Yeah,
Dogs can't look up.
It's
and
true.
like
They can't.
my favorite part,
Big Al said so.
my favorite parts when they go to the president, and they're like, "Well, we found this." And he's like, "Where'd you go to school?" And he's like, "Michigan State." And he's like, "We got to get some Ivy Leaguers in here."
Yeah, and the president is played by Meryl Streep, who's fucking amazing in this. But she's like a female version of Trump.
Yeah,
And while these scientists go to the White House to tell her about what they found and how this is going to collide with Earth and kill everybody, while they're like waiting for like 24 hours because she won't come to see them, which is already hilarious. and they finally get in there, and she's having this like huge scandal that's completely unrelated to the movie, but it's like her Supreme Court nominee
Oh, Jesus.
like sent somebody a dick pic.
Yeah.
And then she was like fucking him on the side. So there was this whole
He's
scandal.
like a
It's
cowboy.
like, all right,
It's just
we need to change the narrative. So let's make it about this whole world ending thing. And then they start actually talking about it and addressing it.
and Jonah Hill's her kid, and he's got like a job as the chief of staff.
Like, why would they? They probably won't even tell people in real life. Be like, don't.
Well, they don't in the movie.
Oh, yeah, there you go.
Then they kind of go on this. Then they go on these like TV shows and
On Joe Rogan.
no. Well, it'd be
Yeah.
similar to it.
The
but-
real news, right?
Yeah.
God, that guy sucks. No, but I liked it. I thought it was good, but
It was all right.
it's a fucking bummer because it's like, oh my God, that's exactly.
That's what would happen.
It is exactly what would happen.
Yeah.
It is kind of sad. but-
The only difference or the only change I would have made, it's as if it's America to save the world. You know what I mean? Like they don't talk about other countries and what they did to also mitigate this.
well,
you
they
know?
kind of do because China launches things to try and stop the asteroid.
Yeah, China and Russia tried to stop, and neither of them worked.
Yeah.
So yeah, it was. I think it's worth watching.
Yeah,
it was
it's worth
it was a
watching
longer one. It went pretty fast.
Maybe I'll watch. I don't know.
You don't have to.
Thank you.
If you're like a little bummed out, don't watch it. It's a bummer.
It's a little bit too real.
I love downer movies, though.
All right, well then go for it, man.
All right.
But how about we wrap this up and we talk about our emails we recently received about the PlayStation 2021 wrap up.
Ooh.
All right.
So I'm just scrolling down the list.
Yeah, we'll
and
compare numbers.
I think we should compare numbers. The first one I'm seeing is total hours played.
Yep.
And I think I win. I would put money
Oh, easily.
that it would be me, Syintist, and then Chump Slap. That's my guess.
All right. Well, Chump Slap go first then.
486.
Ooh.
Okay.
Last year I played 365 total hours.
What?
Wow, I was wrong.
Yeah, I can't believe it either. How do you play 120 hours more than me?
Duty.
Yeah.
Well, that's okay because I played 1,062 hours.
That's like 4 hours a day.
That's
I know
pretty
that can't
impressive.
be like.
It's like 3 hours a day.
And I have gone on record in the past on this podcast and said same thing with you, Chump Slap. A lot of times the game is paused and I'm off doing something else. I just didn't turn the shit off because I thought I'd be
Yeah.
back, and all of a sudden it's been 45 minutes. I think that stat's inflated.
Well, why don't you start hitting the PlayStation button and then it doesn't add to your time?
Is that how that works?
Yeah. It
I'm not a
pauses
math
the
guy.
game.
Like I don't know
I don't know.
because I usually pause the game in there. But anyway, next statistic. Oh God, it has my hours broken down.
Yeah.
755, 71% of my total playtime was on the PS5 titles.
Oh, mine doesn't have that because I only have a PS4.
Yeah, I got 22% on the PS4. So I don't even know
Do you
what
guys
I played
have-
on PS4.
I have hours played online.
Yep. 0.
Nice.
Mine says 166, but that can't be right because I played like 300 some hours of
Call of Duty. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm at 37.
That doesn't
of
seem
hours
right.
played online.
That's weird.
Yeah, because mine is 365 hours locally. I can see that, but it doesn't make sense to you. I have only that little time online for Call of Duty,
Yeah.
especially because the one we talk about.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, yeah, these can't be right because I see it here. It says hours in PlayStation VR 0. It's like I know I at least played 10 hours of Star Wars. I have trophies from the game I earned. How did I get 0
Yeah.
in PSVR? My total days played was 247.
Ooh, 161.
Told it 165.
Oh, got me there.
That's interesting.
I
So you
I
played
just
on
played.
more unique days.
Yes, but I played about the same as him, just a lot less time.
And then what about number of games you played?
I gotta scroll a little
Yeah,
bit.
scroll a little bit here. 39.
8.
I want to make fun of you and say that's embarrassing, but I'm at 10.
10 at 3 times the hour.
It's funny because
Yeah.
each of you picked 5 top games, so that's almost every game you played.
Yeah, I knew that.
Yeah, that can't be right for me. I'm going to count which games I played. I guess which games I got a trophy in, so that's 2.
Well, I mean, the very next on the list is at least your top 5 time spent, so that's 5 of those games.
Yeah, 336 hours in Call of Duty.
Oh, that's almost as much as I played all year, all my games.
Yeah.
I have 17 games I played. That's what I counted. Unless they mean like started playing?
Maybe.
Oy, and then we got the number, our top 5 games we spent hours-wise.
Chump Slaps was 330 some hours on Call of Duty. What's yours?
My number 1 is also Call of Duty Cold War, and I only had 347.
That's
It's more than me, though.
Yeah, but not that much. I thought
No.
you'd have more because you played a lot more online, but I did fucking kill a lot.
I did give it up like 2 months before you, too.
That's true, you did.
Mine is Hades at 65.
Damn.
Wow. Guess what my number 2 is?
Chell.
Game that I loved.
Yeah, ciao.
Nope, Chell didn't even make the top 5.
That can't be
Division.
right.
Division? Was that last year?
It could be.
No, it wasn't. Cyberpunk 2077.
That's your number
167
2?
hours.
How much?
167.
There's no way that game was worth that.
No.
My number 2 is the fucking Last of Us 2 at 38.
Mine's The Lost Child at 50 hours. It was a pretty good game.
That's wild.
Number 3 was Call of Duty Vanguard at 112.
Other Side, 34.
The what?
Number 3 game.
Oh, well, Metro Exodus, 32.
Man, I got for number 4 I got Resident Evil Village at 87, and 5 is MLB The Show 21 at 60.
Mine's 4 is Disco Elysium at 29, and 5 is Ratchet and Clank at 20.
I got 22 for Superliminal and 16 for Amnesia Collection.
Oh, and next on the list is added trophies to your collection.
Oh, 134.
Nice.
I had 606.
One platinum.
I got
So,
426 of yours, Poppascotch.
Yep, that's what mine says, 426. I wonder how many I got for all of 22 so far. I'll have to check that out.
Yeah, it's more than that.
How many nums?
I don't think it's more
Did
than
you say?
400.
Oh, it is. It's easily more than 400. Because, hold on, I have the numbers here. You ended the year on 11,107. And you
Let me
have
do some math.
11,600 something now.
You're right. I have like 500 already.
Yeah.
Well, you know what's going to be funny when we do this next year,
You'll
and
have-
my total trophies in my collection are like 800.
Yeah.
And you'll be like, wait, you only got 200 the whole rest of the year after you came out with 600 out of the gate?
Here's the true measure. How many? Well, I got more platinums than it says games you played. How many platinums did you get last year?
It says here, my 2021, I got 8 platinums.
I got 11.
I got 1.
Ooh, which one?
So you're telling me I only played 10 games and 8 of them I platinumed? Get out of here with that.
You only got 400 trophies. That's like
41
That's like
gold.
11
That's-
games worth of trophies.
That's pathetic.
Yeah, because if
A lot of these
there's
are
50
pretty
on like
sad
AAA
stuff.
titles.
Who cares?
Yeah.
And here's the part I really don't understand. After this section, they say how many. There were 37 total monthly PlayStation Plus games.
Yep.
Yeah.
And it says I only got 28.
I only got it 14. And I bet that's right.
I only got 16. I didn't add everyone.
I don't add every one. Yeah.
I always add them. Every single one. I think it might have been because I already owned some of them.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah,
And plus, I
maybe.
didn't have a PlayStation 5 to get some, but I still added them to my
That's
collection.
Yeah, who knows?
And you still don't have a PlayStation 5
No.
after.
I got picked to go to the thing, and I got in line. And it was already sold out. But they sent me a nice email saying I could re-sign up to get back in line.
I was very nice of them.
Yeah.
I also put myself in line for another PlayStation 5.
Oh, yeah?
I don't know why. Like I think part of my reasoning was that in my mind, and you guys can weigh in on this and say if this is smart or not, but I think when they release their, like, you know how they did the PS4 Pro, when they do the PlayStation 5 version of that,
Yeah.
or whatever the second
Wave.
release is of this system, they're just going to get rid of the disc drive. Like, I think the disc drive.
Oh, I don't plan on buying the disc drive one.
Well, I have like 20 PS5 games on disc now. So I don't. I was thinking about buying a second one with a disc drive and then just setting it up on a TV I barely ever play, or
I just
keep
sold
it in a box.
all my disc games.
You're so much smarter than me. Over the break, instead of selling disc games, which I should have done, I actually purchased all of the NHL games on disc for PlayStation 4 to add them to the collection, except for the last one. I don't have NHL 22.
You're
on
a
PlayStation
collector,
4.
so I guess it's all right to have some.
I want to collect all of the NHL games. So I have them all for... The only systems I don't have the NHL games for are SNES.
Game Gear.
I don't know if there might have been a Game Gear one.
I have no
I
idea.
do have the one that was released on PSP. But there's the Xbox ones. I don't have any of those, or SNES. Every PlayStation system I have every NHL for.
Interesting.
I'm a pretty cool fucking guy.
I
didn't know if you
I didn't
picked
want to
that up.
say it. I mean, I knew you knew.
Yeah. I mean, sometimes you got to remind people. It is what it is. But we're not going to do bits at the end of the episode. But
Yeah, fuck it.
we're going to talk about our bits and ask questions. So it's going to be pretty fun because we're fleshing things out right now. And by the time you listen to this, we might have done it like 30 times.
Yeah, who the hell knows?
Yeah.
So with for Dr. Syintist, the bit you're going to be doing this year is going to be the 90s album of the year?
Yeah, sure.
Or
We'll do
90s album of the week.
Yeah, album of the week. An album you can listen to.
90s.
Probably be one I owned, most likely.
90s album lock of the week.
Yeah.
Okay.
Where you can just listen to it and enjoy it.
Groove into the 90s.
Yeah, maybe throw.
So it's like a 90s album recommendation.
Yeah. I'm sure it would be shocked that some of them even came out in the 90s.
Are you going to be doing like different genres?
Yeah.
You going to mix it up?
Well,
thoughts, feelings?
We'll do
ideas?
all genres I can do.
All punk.
Most of it will be because that's most of what I had. But I'm sure every single one I'll have.
We got to talk about like country.
Well, I mean, real music we'll talk about.
Well, we'll talk about Achy Breaky Heart came out in the 90s, I think.
It's got to be 80s.
Dude, you're
You're
stepping
ruining
on his
it,
dick
yeah.
here.
I'm sorry.
That might be one of them.
I didn't even look at a chart of the top 100 albums of that year yet.
This will come out after that Achy Breaky Heart episode.
Yeah, I might as well do it the first one.
Sure, you might actually it might be easier just to do one-hit wonders in the 90s.
Yeah, but those are kind of boring.
I guess that wouldn't be easier.
Yeah.
But
Just one hit wonders of all
there's
time.
so many.
I'm sure that I'll do some from bands that are only 100. Achy Breaky Heart was released in 1991, so yeah. That probably came
Boom.
out.
Don't tell me about my Achy Breaky Heart. I know all about
I'll
it.
never question your achy breaky heart knowledge ever again.
I'm trying to find out what album it came off of, but it was released.
Self-titled.
Could have just been Achy Breaky Heart. From the album Some Gave All. Oh my god, that's country.
Yeah, that's what I said.
That's country
That's
AF.
what I meant to say.
Yeah, it was released on May 19th, 1992.
Gross. Anyway,
Yeah,
This isn't an achy breaky heart podcast.
it should be.
that's a bummer.
Really? You want to change directions this late in the game? 100 and fucking what? I don't know how many episodes we have. 160?
Well, 3 seasons.
Yeah, we're starting season 4 after our break here. And then we're also going to have another bit where we like to keep Chump Slap on his toes. We like to just throw questions at him randomly. We've
Try and
done
figure
in
out how the brain
past.
works.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're trying to get to the bottom of Sir Chump Slap. It's very difficult, so we have to keep changing things up here. First year, what did we do? We did your recommendations or
Yeah,
whatever.
just a random thing, and he
Yeah,
picked the
just
best one.
random. What was your favorite blah? Yep.
Something you were into. Oh, that's right, because I was like, what's your favorite type of knife? And you just blanked.
And you'd randomly pick stuff in your room.
No, I didn't.
Oh, yeah, that's right. That was a good bit. What's your favorite, and I'm just looking around
Microphone
the room.
brand.
What's your favorite lamp? What kind of lamps we dealing with over here at Chump Slap World? And then second year we did
FMK.
Yeah.
FMK. That was a fun one. Especially, I remember distinctively Dr. Syintist saying all of Easy Company or something like that. In one
I think my favorite one is when I picked Chris Jericho
Oh, yeah.
and Clive Barker and somebody else. I can't remember.
Good times. Good times.
Oh, that's right, because it was Clive Barker's Jericho.
Yeah.
Clive Barker, the guy who created Hellraiser. Bringing it all around.
Oh,
Bringing
yeah.
it right
see.
Flat
back.
circle.
I knew we were going to talk about it.
Flats. That's nice. That's why you watched all 10 of them.
Hell yeah.
Psycho. All right. Well, last year we did the Would You Rathers, which were fun.
Yep.
Because I swear to God, like every Would You Rather, I'm like, oh my God, this is a tough one. He's going to be thinking about this for a while. You would nail in like 5 seconds of thinking.
Yeah, I don't think much.
Like answer B, boom, easily. I'm like, God damn it, you didn't even think about that one? Oh, Jesus.
Plus, I don't like to prep anything, so I like to think on the fly.
So this year, to get him to think on the fly again, we're going to be doing Who Would Win the Fight. This was a user recommendation?
Yeah.
yeah, one of the
Two or three. Yeah.
Yes, we put out a thread that said, hey, wonderful people of the Plottytime subreddit, do you guys have any ideas?
It was Blaine JJ on Reddit.
Yep.
Blaine JJ. Shout out to Blaine JJ. Pitched the idea of who would win the fight. So I'm thinking we'll do one fight that has to do with the game we talk about.
Okay.
And then we'll do one that has to do generally with gaming. So gaming characters that maybe necessarily like fighting each other, like over franchises.
Right.
And then a historic one, which was going to be pretty fun for me.
And then the actual main card from the UFC that week.
Yeah, exactly. And they're going to be guaranteed picks. So, yeah, you can sue us if it doesn't come true.
Yeah, go ahead.
I don't know where you have standing.
Try. Because that's what gambling sites get sued all the time when they tell people to pick stuff and then it's wrong.
Yeah, it's true.
I'm kidding. That doesn't happen.
Oh,
Anyway, this is sponsored by MGM Grand Band. Fucking app.
Head on down to the Sands this weekend.
Do you guys have all the betting commercials where you're at?
Oh,
yeah, and they always end with, if you have a gambling problem.
Yeah.
Is online gambling legal where you are?
Yeah.
Yeah, there's casinos.
Okay. Well, yeah, but like,
Yeah, but a bunch of stuff's like, it's only a couple states you can online gamble.
yeah, like I live in Virginia, which is a gambling friendly state, which is it's really weird to be watching a sporting event and then see an ad for like FanDuel.
Yeah.
And it annoys me because they always give it to me. I don't know. They're searching for 40-year-old dudes.
Yeah, must be.
Yeah, but
I see and Jamie Foxx is hawking MGM's like betting app.
I know, but I kind of let him go because he was Electro, and it's kind of awesome.
Fair enough. It's just weird that, Pete Rose gets banned from the game for gambling for his whole life, and now it's like, anyway, this game, are they going to pull it out in the second? I don't know. Ask MGM Grand. Put money on the lines. It's fucking weird. It's like it was supposed to be this thing no one was supposed to be doing, and it sullies the game, and now everyone's like hawking it.
Yeah. Do a 16
Well, dude, it's capitalism.
point parlay on the same game.
True. Yeah. Who's going to win the coin toss? I remember back when like the Super Bowl, maybe 15 years ago, someone said to me like, "Oh man, can you believe they're even gambling on the coin toss?
Dude, they gamble on everything.
Like this is ridiculous." And now it's like you can gamble on every instance of anything happening in any.
Dude,
Yeah.
I remember being in college, and there was like a list of 5 pages printed out of stuff you can pick. Like who will score first, how many field goals each team will kick.
Yeah, what's the score at halftime,
Yeah,
first quarter?
Yeah. Do you think this guy will catch more than 4 passes? Do you think this
How
guy
many first
will?
downs?
Yeah. The
Who's
first
gonna
team to
score
get
the
a first down will be
touchdown?
this.
Yeah.
First punt over 50 yards will be from this team.
First 4 and out.
Dude, you could bet anything.
It's crazy. It's absolutely insane.
Do you think they'll run on the first play of this first down?
Yeah.
It's like fucking Arrested Development, where it's like you see all these bets and you're like, that's so dumb. If I'm going to bet, the chances are I'm going to lose, because if I kept winning, that wouldn't be profitable for the casino, so why would they do it? And then you're like, but you know what? I think I can nail it. I think I can win some bets here.
Well, some people have to win.
Yeah.
That's true. Yeah, it might as well be me, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
As long as I don't bet like a fucking idiot, this will be great.
Yeah, see how that works out for you.
But anyway, gambling and sports. That's how we're going to wrap this one up.
All right.
We don't know when you listen to this. It could be August for all we know. We're going to plug this in on a week when we were too busy or had shit going on or something happened. This is going to be our placeholder episode.
Yeah. Shit happens.
Shit happened. Let's say people had a bunch of shit happen and they're mad at us because we couldn't even get through our shit to release a new episode. We're going to send that email to there, Sir Chump Slap.
They just send it to plottytime@gmail.com. I will read and respond.
Perfect. And if they want to get to us faster on the socials with all kinds of ideas that we're not going to pay them for, where could they do that, Dr. Scientist?
At Plottytime on Instagram and Twitter.
Perfect. And you can also go to YouTube, like and subscribe there. It really helps us out. Plottytime.com to buy shit. We had to change the logo for copyright reasons, which I still think is kind of bullshit, but
Yeah,
we had to do it. Same great Turkish towels. Slightly different Land of the Free logo. But that does it for us. So get out there, play some games, don't trust Dr. Scientist, and we'll talk to you next time. Peace.